We traveled from snowy Columbus, Ohio to sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to visit the Emeril Lagasse Innovation Kitchen, where ARC Broward has been growing a unique program with a creative and delicious way to teach people with disabilities culinary skills for employment.
Hello everyone, I'm Chef Christina Lane. I'm the executive chef over at ARC Culinary and ARC Broward. And today we are making breakfast pizza. So, brunch. I'm here with Gabby. She's one of our participants here at ARC Broward. Joshua, who's visiting us from Ohio, right? And Marcia, one of our DSPs. So, let's bring out the bottomless mimosas and bottomless Bloody Marys. No? So let's hold the champagne and just do orange juice. Okay. So the ingredients: dough, fresh prepackaged or frozen, garlic, oil, all-purpose flour, or cornmeal, or polenta, cheese, eggs, anything you like, bacon, sausage, mushrooms, onions, salt and pepper. All right, guys. Pizza is very easy. The part that takes a little longer is getting the dough done. So I had the dough done yesterday. But for those of you who aren't scared of doing breads and different things like that, which by the way is really easy once you get a hang of it, you can actually go to your local grocery stores, even the local pizzerias. They usually have fresh dough that you can buy already prepackaged. Or if you cannot find the fresh dough, you can go to the freezer aisle, and they usually have already sheeted pizza dough that you could use, and that will work just fine. With frozen pizza dough, you want to use it while it's still frozen. It actually rises a lot easier when it's frozen than to let it thaw out, and it just it's hard to move around. All right, so let's start with getting the dough. Actually, before we get the dough, your oven should be 450, between 450 and 500. Some ovens are different. Some ovens, they run really hot if it's a brand new oven. So you might want to go with a 450. If it's like an older oven, you probably could go 500. What that high heat's going to do, it's going to help dough rise and going to get everything nice and colorful. I love garlic. If anybody knows, I read this thing online that said, you measure garlic with your heart. So as much garlic as you like. So one thing I did over here is I put a little oil and some chopped up garlic, and then I put it on the stove. And while you're stretching your dough, you can do that and leave it on low. And it's okay. You see some of my garlic turned a little brown, and that's fine because you're going to have it very low heat. You just want that flavor to get into the oil. So kind of like set it and forget it while you're getting the dough ready. Gabby, you want to help me with this part? Sure. All right. And we're here to have fun. Yes. And it's going to be rustic pizza. It's not going to be, fancy 5-star restaurant pizza. Okay? All right. So for the recipe that I sent out, I did put flour. Everybody has, for the most part, usually has all-purpose flour at the house. And you can do that when you're rolling it out. Or if you have cornmeal or even polenta, that works too. What the polenta does, it creates like a little barrier so the dough doesn't stick to where you're working on. Okay? So come over here. I'm going to sprinkle. How comfortable are you trying to pick that up? I am very nicely. Go right on there, okay? Let's see what we're doing. All right, so let's do one thing with dough. We don't want to fold it, okay? Because then we create creases, okay? So let's see. We're going to stretch it out very nicely. One thing I did read about Ohio and their pizza is that they like very thin, crunchy pizza. Is that correct?
Some people do, yeah.
And then the ingredients all the way to the edge?
That's what we'll see a lot of, yes. You see, like, edge to edge, and literally you cannot see cheese as that. It's just usually pepperoni. The edge pepperoni. Now that you mentioned that, I didn't realize that was a distinctly Ohio thing, but you know what? Yeah, you're right.
And way out of pizza making, French fries and Frosties.
You don't do that here.
Apparently not, because everywhere that I Googled Ohio food, that came up. So there was a long list, and then somebody at the bottom said, "You forgot the French fries and the Frosties," and I'm like, okay.
So how do you? I'm very curious. How do you eat your Frosties?
With a spoon, no? There you go. Maybe Mark, you do it with a
You have salted excuse me.
Hey,
I'm just trying to figure out.
I think that's great. You know, I'm not knocking it. I think it's a great idea.
This is something divinely inspired by that salt and sweet combination.
There you go. Just very interesting things when I Googled Ohio food. So I started very interesting. All right. So good thing about pizza dough, you get a little hole, you can always pinch it. It's okay. You know, especially if you're doing Ohio, you want that crunchiness. Yeah, that part's going to be really crunchy, okay? You know, pizza, it's round. They teach you it's round. No, it doesn't have to be round. You got to go with your ovals. You can go with square. Hey, it's going to taste the same. Yep. It's going to taste the same. So this sheet pan that I have right here, it's a little oil because that's where I had my dough on. So one thing about dough, we want to keep it a little oiled and covered with plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out. Okay? So that one's already oiled. So at home, if you want to just oil it a little bit and put a little bit of the either flour, I threw a little bit of cornmeal in there just to a little different.
Accidentally dry it out a little bit. Is there a way to fix that?
If there's some spots that are dry, it's fine. You know, you could probably mold it because it'll be just dry on the top. And then what you can do is kind of, what I would do is kind of like move it towards the bottom. Now, if it's in the middle, you know, all the ingredients are basically just going to create that moisture. So it shouldn't be too bad. Let's get this little baby like that. See? It's not round. All right, Marcia, you're closer to the oil. It's not hot. So let's see. I did bring a brush right here. Let's brush it.
So what if someone has allergies to gluten?
Well, definitely do not use this pizza flour because it is a high gluten flour. Well, you know, you see a lot of the cauliflower crusts. I've seen people use like coconut flour. I've never used it. There's a lot of gluten-free, like marked gluten-free. But if you want to go like very healthy, I think that cauliflower crust that people are doing out there. Let's get the edges really good because that oil is also going to help get the color. This part of the making the pizza, it's very easy and it's really like quick, pretty quick. The part that takes a long time is when we have to get all the ingredients. The recipe that I sent out has bacon, sausage, mushrooms, and then the cheese. Now, you can use anything you like. I actually added one ingredient in here. I put onions. You know, I have some chopped out onions, so I saute them, and I'm going to put those in here as well. You do spinach, tomatoes. You know, I've seen broccoli, all kinds of stuff in here in the pizza. So definitely, if you want to go all vegetarian, then go all vegetarian. Then what's going to make it a breakfast pizza is I'm going to top it with eggs towards the end. All right. So first, Joshua, let's do that. Very thin layer of cheese, as close to the edge as you like, or it's our pizza. It can look however you want.
So there's not a sauce?
No, it is not. No, it's a sauce. It's sauceless.
You need it.
It won't need it. Absolutely not.
We're gonna load it up so much that we're not gonna miss it.
Correct. And also when you put those eggs on top and then you cut those eggs are going to create, we're not going to cook them all the way through, so that way you get that little dipping of the egg yolks. All right. Let's see. Now, let's put gloves on with this one. Gabby, you can put one glove on. We're grabbing all the ingredients now. Your hands are going to get dirty. We got onions and mushrooms, and you guys got sausage and bacon.
Go ahead and spread it.
Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
All right.
So sauteed onions, you cook them as you like. A little bit of oil, salt and pepper, so they're nice and seasoned. That's what you want. You want every ingredient to be seasoned. So everything has their flavor. You can taste the difference in every ingredient. All right, let's go with the mushrooms. Man, I like a lot of onions too.
Yeah.
All right, mushrooms.
Yep.
And then Joshua and Marcia are gonna finish it up with the good stuff.
What kind of mushrooms?
These are regular, just sliced white mushrooms. They're button. But you like mini baby portobellos? You can use pretty much any type of mushroom. I would definitely cook them, just because you can get a lot of moisture in there, and then that'll kind of hold that dough down, and it won't rise. Same thing like when you do spinach. You want to cook spinach. Spinach has a lot of water. Okay, so let's finish it up with some more cheese, because that's gonna help bring everything together. Yeah. So I did a blend of cheddar and mozzarella. If you don't like cheddar, you can use all mozzarella. That's fine. But just to give it a little different look. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do between 10 and 12 minutes on the first round. And then after that, we're going to take it out, and then we're going to crack the eggs on top. All right?
Yay!
So, everything raw.
So my name is Christina Lane. I'm the executive chef at the ARC Broward. I was hired as the chef instructor, and then pretty quickly got promoted to executive chef. I had the opportunity to move up to the executive chef position.
As much ingredients
Lots of changes that have happened here. We just moved in last
like
September
the one we made, so I'm
to a
really
brand new
excited to see
kitchen,
how
which
that one
has
comes out.
been amazing.
So this is what you're
Emeril
looking for on the
Lagasse,
first
his
round,
foundation
okay?
was the one that
Everything's
basically
starting to get
funded
a little bit brown
this
on the
kitchen,
edges.
and a lot of the money that we've
and
received
then we're gonna,
to
when you get
keep
to this
doing what
point,
we're doing, teaching
put the eggs on
students
top.
to go out into the
Who
culinary
is the
world.
best
Everyone that's
egg
seen
cracking person?
Emeril Lagasse
One
on
thing I like to
TV,
do
I'm
with the
sure
eggs
seen his
is,
energy. So that's
crack
basically
them in
what
a
we want
separate
here. We
container,
want that,
just in case
teaching
you get
energy. We want people to
runt
come and
of
see
the
what
pack.
we do, see the great work that we do here. It's an amazing kitchen. We just can't wait to. We can get people here cooking and interacting. That's what we want. Lots of things have changed, as we all know. So during the whole pandemic, we haven't stopped working.
All right, you ready?
We have been able to
All right, let's do it, guys.
keep our guys employed, and we've adapted a lot. Definitely, we were able to just keep doing our mission.
Also,
We don't
no
cook
shell,
from recipes.
and we're
we
trying
cook
not
from
to
the
break
heart.
the
We're
yolk.
always looking for people that are passionate and
Is
that
over here,
love
guys.
food and love
We don't wanna break the
serving
yolk, 'cause we
others.
want-
That's
that's kinda like
the team that we built here.
gonna
It's
look
completely
very nice on the
different.
pizza.
Feeding
then
people
and then
for
very
the
gently,
entertainment. This is feeding
very
people
gingerly.
because they need you. You'll definitely feel very good
gonna
about
put it
yourself
on here.
when you go home.
Joshua,
You
go
feel
ahead.
like you've accomplished something good. That you're making a
See,
change.
go ahead.
I'm very grateful to be where I am.
I had this one earlier. Does not have as much ingredients as we just put on there. I actually like the one we made, so I'm really excited to see how that one comes out. So this is what you're looking for on the first round, okay? Everything's starting to get a little bit brown on the edges. And then we're gonna, when you get to this point, you're gonna put the eggs on top. All right. Who is the best egg cracking person? So one thing I like to do with the eggs is crack them in a separate container. just in case you get that runt of the pack, you know. So let's see. Egg for you. Egg for you. Yay. Egg for you. And egg for me. All right, you ready? Ready. All right, let's do it, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. And also no shell, and we're trying not to break the yolk. Trash is over here, guys. And we don't want to break the yolk because we want, that's kind of like what's gonna look very nice on the pizza. And then very gently, very gingerly, we're gonna put it on here. Joshua, go ahead. Marcia, go ahead. So this is one I made. So everything's nice and crunchy. You got your eggs. And also, see what I mean about ovens? They're different. Like this oven that I used, it was hot on the back. So it cooked this yolk a little bit more than all the other ones. Okay? So, as Marcia said, we'll put a little bit of salt and pepper in each one.
So we're going to do that when it's all done. You know,
yes. So what I usually do, I salt it. Like if I'm flipping it, I'll salt it and then I'll flip it. You know, but for this one, we'll do a little bit of salt and pepper. Do the honors. And then what we'll do, we're going to top them with some green onions. Green onions, you can do parsley, you know. She said sour cream. If my husband hears that, he's like, yes. Absolutely. You can just make a salad on top of it. It's brunch, right? Anything, it's brunch. You just mix anything that you like from lunch, you mix it with a breakfast item. So let's check on this.
oh my goodness.
Beautiful. All right. So we're almost done. For Valentine's week. Yeah.
Also, if you turn it this way, it does look, honestly, a lot like Ohio.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you guys for all your help. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.